Representative Jim Jordan states, "This past year, government told Americans, you can't go to church, you can't go to work, you can't go to school. 1 hour ago, Democrats told Republicans, new rules for the House. Today on the floor, you've got to wear a mask. If your mask comes below your nose, you're going to get fined. And in order to come in here and debate and represent your constituents, we had to walk through a metal detector. And tomorrow, they're going to impeach a president who is leaving office in 8 days. They've been obsessed with it. It truly is an obsession. People on the Democrat side started calling for impeachment the day President Trump was inaugurated. They attacked him before he even won the first election, before he won in 2016. They attacked him that summer when they started their investigations. This is about canceling the president and canceling all the people you guys disagree with. Even after the riots and electoral college certification, Representative Jim Jordan will not acknowledge that Biden won the election fairly. In light of the attack on our Capitol, putting our nation's democracy at risk, and COVID-19 ravaging America, I find Jordan's concerns to be relatively trivial. Such an obtuse response completely misses the point. The media grows tired of repeating already repudiated lies. No company wants to associate with treason, lies, and those who are committed to autocracy. Republican Representative Matt Gaetz compared those that started the riots among the Black Lives Matter protests, who set business places on fire, leaving a great amount of property damage and a huge fiscal cost in their wakes, to the MAGA rioters parading as patriots who killed a Capitol police officer and tried to disrupt a constitutional process, which is sedition. So I ask you, is it a fair comparison? Property to people? If it is so, it's only so for those who don't understand the value of a human life. Before endorsing Trump and his presidency, on May 3rd of 2016, Lindsey Graham tweeted, "If we nominate Trump, we'll get destroyed, and we will deserve it." There are some notable Republicans who stand out for their commitment to honesty and truth. Among them are Mitt Romney, Ben Sasse, Liz Cheney, and Adam Kinzinger. While I may disagree with some or many of their positions and policy stances, they are acting with honor, and so I say, may their kind increase. As the first Republican to call for Trump's removal from office, Illinois Rep. Adam Kinzinger states the issue clearly. We lost a Capitol police officer this morning. That's the fifth person to die from this riot, because the people did not want to tell voters the truth. At Trump's second impeachment trial in the House, Democratic Rep. Jim McGovern notes, "Some of my Republican friends have been trying to lecture us about unity here today. Unity, after they voted to overturn a free and fair election in the United States of America, but also preaching unity and not acknowledging that for 4 years, many of them gave oxygen to Donald Trump's conspiracy theories, to the big lies. They turned the other way in the face of racism and bigotry and how he embraced some of the most intolerant voices in America. They just let it go. I will remind everybody here that words have consequences, and ignoring words that are wrong also has consequences. What happened would never have happened if everybody stood up in unity and called out the president when he was not telling the American people the truth, when he was pushing a big lie. We will never have unity without truth, and also without accountability. At Trump's second impeachment trial in the House, Democratic Rep. Cori Bush states, "I rise in support of the articles of impeachment against Donald J. Trump. If we fail to remove a white supremacist president who incited a white supremacist insurrection, it's communities like Missouri that suffer the most. The 117th Congress must understand that we have a mandate to legislate in defense of Black lives. The first step in that process is to root out white supremacy, starting with impeaching the white supremacist in chief. It's not just me, but our founding fathers who agree. As the 14th Amendment states, no person shall be a senator or representative in Congress who having previously taken an oath as a member of Congress or as an officer of the United States to support the Constitution of the United States shall have engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the same, or given aid or comfort to the enemies thereof. The House has acted and impeached Trump a second time. Republican Congresspersons Liz Cheney, John Katko, Anthony Gonzalez, Peter Meyer, Tom Rice, Adam Kinzinger, Jamie Herrera Butler, Fred Upton, Dan Newhouse, and David Valadao. These are the names of 10 honorable Republicans in the House of Representatives who have been willing to part lines with the other members of the Republican Party for truth. In so doing, and impeaching Trump, they risk not only their political careers, but their very lives. While the Democrats now hold a majority in the Senate, an impeachment requires 2/3 of a majority to move forward. So now I wonder, how many people of honor are there in the U.S. Senate? After leading the charge to challenge the Electoral College in the Senate, like a Texas weather vane, Senator Ted Cruz said, "I think the president's language and rhetoric crossed the line, and it was reckless, and I disagree with it. And I have disagreed with the president's language and rhetoric for the last 4 years. And I've said so many times."